Look, I know James Harden is a hot topic right now. A lot of Nets fans want him. I don't think we should get him. We're going to talk about it. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and I'm just here to talk real quick about James Harden. All right, before we get into that, if you do like NBA content, if you like Eagles content, if you like football content, if you like the content you see, and just be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1K, and every little bit helps. So let's get to this, right? James Harden. Well, it's probably the one thing that a lot of Nets fans would never believe would be even an option. I think it's an awesome thing that, the Nets are a destination now. We haven't been a real competitive team for a long time, to be honest, and it is what it is. It's been hard to be a Nets fan. But now we're getting all these people that want to come and play and, possibly get a championship, possibly get a ring. Now, I know I said, and the title says, we probably should not be going after James Harden. And the reason why I say that is simply because I am not looking for the Nets to mortgage their future again. All right? The Nets are in a good position that we can be a great team with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. But if you look forward, we're in a good spot that we have a lot of young players, a lot of young assets, and we've been drafting pretty well, trading pretty well. We can build this team further. I feel like if we get James Harden, you're going to mortgage your future. Maybe maybe picks. I don't know if that, I think it might be, we might get away with just players, but even so, you're giving up some really good young players that I won't say turn into superstars, but they could turn into all-stars. They could turn into very good starters, which is, hard to find in the NBA. They've proven that they are great players, such as Joe Harris, Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm a huge fan of Karis LeVert. I'm on the fence about Jarrett Allen. I like him. I just want to see him grow I think he could be a great player. I just want to see him grow into that. I don't think he's done it yet. But even him, we don't know what the future holds. If we were to get James Harden and we had that three, obviously we'd be a favorite for a ring, and that would be awesome. And we could maybe get two, best case scenario, we get two in 3 years, maybe, 1 in 2 years or whatever we'd have that combo for. But worst case scenario is very bad. Worst case scenario, we're right back to where we were before we got Kevin Durant. But, right before we got D'Lo and, Kenny Atkinson, realistically. We have a very inexperienced coaching staff. Are we really ready to go into full rebuild in 2 years? I think that, like I said, this team can grow together, coaches included. You know what I'm saying? The more that our coaches learn, the more that people like Spencer Dinwiddie are going to learn. Karis LeVert, Joe Harris, I think he's around 28, 29, but still, I just don't want to put all my chips in James Harden and making that trio. I know a lot of people are probably going to roast me in the comments saying that they want James Harden. I don't know anything about basketball if I don't want James Harden. And as awesome as it would be, don't get me wrong, I would not be upset if we got James Harden. I'm just saying it makes me nervous because we'd have to give up a lot. And I'm not ready to see my Nets be terrible for another 5, 6, 7 years. So we've seen this team win 13 games. We've seen this team be very bad, and I think we're a little rich now. And we don't want to be too greedy. And I love Sean Marcus's comments. I love how they're handling it. I feel they know that they have the cards in their hands. James Harden wants to be a Net, and if we can get him for less compensation, if we can keep Karis LeVert, I would be okay with the rest, if I'm being 100% honest. I really like Karis LeVert. I think out of those players that have been mentioned in mock trades, I think he's probably going to be the best one of the bunch, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I'm sure you have a different one. But I don't see us really winning any type of trade that involves picks and the players. You know, I like what our front office has been doing with our picks lately, whether it's trading for, good assets and decently aged assets, not old guys, or picking good players. You know what I'm saying? We've picked some good players over the past couple of years that have helped us, attract players like Kevin Durant and Kyrie. So I feel like we are rich right now. We might get a little bit too big for our britches. I don't even know if my man's Steve Nash can really handle all that star power. I want to think he can. I want to think that he has, that respect from the players, and I know they're friends and everything, but that doesn't always work like that. It's not always gonna mesh like everybody wants it to. I think on paper we're a great team, and I expect great things from this team, but we cannot get ahead of ourselves. We cannot put the horse before the cart or the cart before the horse. We can't get ahead of ourselves. I really tried there, y'all. But that's my biggest thing, and like I said, I would not be mad if we got James Harden for the right price. I just don't want to give up our whole team again. We've been there, and I know James Harden is not Kevin Garnett or Paul Pierce. I get that. I know he's not Joe Johnson in his old age. I get it, guys. I get it. But it still scares me. And I feel like we're in a good position right now. Why mess it up, right? If it ain't broke, why fix it, right? That's my main thing. So let me know what you guys think. Do we just go and get James Harden? Do we just give up what we got, go get James Harden, hope that Nick Claxton really, takes that next step and becomes a scorer off the bench? Joe Harris, if he stays, really steps up and earns that money. What do you think? I hate DeAndre Jordan personally. I don't think he's going to be that good for us. He wasn't that last year. I believe 1 week he was like the slowest, statistically slowest player in the NBA for us. He was like literally walking around. So I mean, we would probably have to give up Allen. Is that something you're ready to do? There's a lot of things that could happen with that. So I would love to know what y'all think. Even if you're not a Nets fan, do you think the Nets should go and just mortgage their future for James Harden? Or do you think it might not take them mortgaging their future? But let me know in the comments. And yeah, you know what time it is. We out here. I'm not going to do a fly. I guess I am. Well, fly, just fly, and we out here. Yeah, peace.